So we're gonna make a microwave mug rice pudding. We're gonna go ahead and put in a half a cup of cooked rice that was left over from dinner. Now, most people have rice left over from a dinner meal or maybe from takeout, and they don't really know what to do with it. So we're gonna turn it into dessert, a very classic dessert. Put our rice into the container. And we're gonna go ahead and take half a box of our raisins that were left over from the other recipe that I made, which was the cheesecake. Make sure they go in. I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons of sugar. So I've got 1 tablespoon here and another tablespoon. Okay, so it's definitely not a breakfast item. It is for dessert because it does have a bit of sugar in it. We're gonna take 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. We're gonna take about an eighth of a teaspoon of vanilla. So just a little splash of vanilla. So I took my 1/4 teaspoon and I didn't even fill it up all the way. And I'm gonna put that in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my milk and I'm gonna measure off and I'm gonna measure off 4 tablespoons of milk. It's okay if it's a little off. If it's a little extra milk, it'll be a little bit more creamy. I'm gonna use my fork so that I kind of separate the rice kernels, and I wanna mix everything all together in my mug, getting my raisins separated and coated, my rice separated and coated. So I'm gonna go ahead and after I've mixed it, I'm gonna add in a little pinch of salt, very, very little, and a teaspoon of cornstarch. So adding in the cornstarch into the cold milk, we make a slurry. And this type of pudding is actually an English style pudding when you put the cornstarch and the milk together, called a blancmange. And so we're gonna stir that. And then we're gonna put it into the microwave for a minute. Check the consistency and see if we need to go any longer. So our time frame is about a minute. So all the rice is covered underneath and we're gonna put it in the microwave. So it's been in for a minute, but it's too liquidy. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in for another minute. So you can see that it's been another minute, 2 minutes in total. The raisins have plumped, the rice looks nice and creamy. It's super hot, but it's ready to eat. You could always put some whipped cream, some yogurt, any yogurt that you had left from your school lunch, you could go ahead and stir that in. Nice, creamy, home-style rice pudding. School lunch challenge accepted.